I'm a new manager and have my first direct report. How do I give a year-end review?
For a year-end review, it's important to know that nothing on there should be novel information. So it shouldn't be something they're hearing for the first time. So this is what I mean by it. When you're giving someone year-end review, it should only be based on things that you've talked to them about before and that they have a chance to either continue to grow in. So for example, if you give them good feedback, they could take that and replicate it and do it more and get even better at it. Or if it's an area where you want them to improve, like they haven't been doing great in something, that they can adjust to your feedback and execute on it. So you always want to say, like, give people feedback directly and clearly throughout the year. And then the annual report should be, what's the contrast between that? Has there been any level of change? Like, have people like blown it out of the water and totally nailed it, or have they changed by a degree? If you haven't talked to them about it in the year, then you can't surprise them on the review with it because they don't have any ability to interact with that feedback. Putting something on someone's review should be taken really serious. It's in writing. It usually has something to do with how well they're compensated. It could have something to do with whether or not they get promoted later on. So always make sure that anything on there, whether it's like really good stuff or things that are challenging, that you've spoken to them about it before and that it's something that they have a chance to interact with in a meaningful way ahead of time. That also means if you're giving someone feedback for the first time, like a week before their review, it should not go on there. It has to be something that they've had time to work on. Beyond that, you can give people new opportunities, seeing things that you'd like to see them grow for in the next year. Like, hey, I'd really like to see you improve in this area or grow in that area. But it shouldn't be from a place of critique of things that you haven't talked about in the past. It should only be about setting new goals based on what you discussed in that review or you had discussed about in the previous year.